Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we're here with Terry Johnson online everywhere. Let me stop all this dinging and pinging. Uh,
What's
she's here
dinging
to
and
talk.
pinging?
Yes, on my phone and my iPad, stuff is going off. I'm like, really?
Yeah,
Right
we
when I
gotta
get
do
ready
not
to
disturb. We gotta set the do not
get
disturb. I always
disturbed.
forget.
Exactly. So, but we have Terry Johnson online everywhere, and today she's here with us on Biz Chicks talking about digital marketing for your business. So we're excited. We'd like you to sit back, relax, take some notes, guys. Take some notes because we always get great information from TJ. TJ, we are so happy to have you in the house. I want to give a shout out to Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva, my partner here at Biz Chicks, and I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups. So let's get started. How you doing today, TJ?
I'm doing well. How's everybody out there doing today? It's a little cold in New York, 27 degrees, but nothing we can't handle.
I saw your article about TikTok adding some stuff for business. I'm like,
Oh
oh,
yeah. We're gonna talk about that on Friday.
yeah, I mean, everybody's at, and then the Instagram thing, being able to have four people in the chat. I'm like, what?
And we mentioned that on I think a week or two ago on the tech.
Mhm.
So if you're not watching the tech weekly wrap up on Fridays with the big chicks, you're missing a lot.
Oh my goodness. I'm just like,
and
wow.
and while we're talking, I'm looking for my notes. I can't find my notes.
Don't worry about that. We know you've got so much in you. You could just start talking and
Well,
we
I make some points that I want to go
I
over.
know, and
So
we
I
just get
need
tons of
like, where are my
information.
notes?
How you doing this morning, Jerry? I need you to give me a call. How you doing? It's so good to have you in the house. What have you been up to? Give us a little information in the chat.
Yeah,
Jerry
well,
makes custom blankets. She makes face masks. She is a quilter. She's got so many talents. It's just amazing. So you guys
right.
be sure to follow her. Hi, Patricia. How you doing? It's so good to see
I'll be
you.
right. Let me check something on my other computer.
No problem. How are things in North Carolina, girl? What have you been up to? We are so excited to know that you are doing wonderful things. Do you have any new apps you want us to look at? I know that we've been here trying to find wonderful things to help you do business better. Oh, Jerry Scott says she's been healing. Yes, she had a situation there where but she's receiving her healing, and we're excited. Blankets for people with autism. What about blankets for people with autism? Tell me more. I'm curious, Patricia. I have no idea what that would look like
Okay,
or
guys.
how that
Sorry.
works. Yeah, I was talking to Patricia. She has a note in here. She's been up to doing blankets for people with autism, and
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what that looks like. So you're gonna have to give us a description over here in the chat so we know what that's about. Okay,
Yeah, that sounds very interesting.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jerry Scott's receiving her healing, and Jerry says, "Yes, tell us more." Especially since Jerry makes blankets, so the two of you may need to talk. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Connections here on Biz Chicks.
Exactly. Okay,
Mhm.
so we're going to get started with today's topic. It's going to be about setting goals, setting smart goals, not just setting goals, setting
Mhm.
smart goals for social media for your
Okay.
business or your brand, which means we last week we talked about having the one person to talk to that you create a business persona. That is the jargon, the technical marketing term, but it's just really a person that you talk to so you can target your content to someone
Uh-huh.
online on social media. So once you've done that, now you have to say, well, what are my goals? What do I want to achieve with my social media online. So there's something in marketing. I will say marketing world. It's an acronym called SMART, SMART. It's going to break that down real quick to tell you what it is. So SMART is you have to have specific goals. They have to be measurable. That means you can, look at them and count the numbers. Achievable. It has to be something that can be done. It can't be an impossible out of reach goal. Realistic. That means, can you do it now with the time and the money? Do you have time to do it? Does it fit into your schedule? Because you're a busy business owner. So does it fit into your schedule? And is it something you can achieve, or do you have to pass it on to, an intern or assistant or a virtual assistant or what have you, if you have to do that? And the last one is the T is time sensitive. That means the goal has to fit in a frame. It just can't be, I just want to do, I want to increase my numbers, but you have to say in 3 months, 6 months, 3 weeks, that's the time part of it. So that's the acronym that we use in I'll say marketing world. It's called setting SMART, SMART goals.
Did I miss R? What was R?
R is realistic. It means, is it possible for you to achieve your goals? And as a business owner, your time is limited. So can you achieve it, or do you have to get someone to help you? That's the realist. Is it realistic? Is it something you can do, or do you have to have help? Because remember, I always say you either put with your digital market strategy, with what you're doing online, you have to either put your time or your money. It's one or the other. Your time means your time in creating a post, responding to comments, following up on this, or you put money in, which means you hire somebody to do those things and take them off your plate so you can run your business. So it's either time or money. That's the realistic part of it when you're setting the goals. Okay, so let's talk about it a little bit. Setting realistic social media goals. So you have to say, well, what do I want to achieve online? What's the purpose of me being there? I know who I'm talking about, but why am I there? Again, this goes back to knowing your why, which we talked about that a few weeks ago, knowing why you're in business. That helps you decide what you want to achieve, which ties into your goals, right? So you have to do that. And I want to stop and say, welcome to Dr. Tachi. She's in the clubhouse.
Yes. And she's also over here live. I just didn't want to interrupt the conversation.
So if Dr. Tachi wants to come up, she can raise her hand. I will be looking. Also, hi Gigi. We have some new people on Clubhouse. Again, we are recording for those coming into the room. And also, if you're on live with us, we're recording because we're live.
Exactly.
Okay, so is there any questions on the live side, on the live streaming side?
Not yet.
Okay, I just saw some things scrolling about. So
yes, I was putting in the acronyms as you went.
Okay. All right. So if you come over to Terry Johnson online, we're going to be talking more about this in the next half hour. So I will probably make a little graphic, and then if you come back to the page, it'll be there with the SMART acronym. But I just really wanted to go over and say that that's your system, your guide for when you're deciding what your goals are, because you have to know why you're on, who you're talking to, and what do you want to achieve. So a couple examples, just real quick. So say you want to be on, hold on, I have an example here. Hold on. Let's say increase your brand awareness. That could be one of your goals. So I want to increase my brand awareness on Facebook and Instagram. Say, because you don't want to be everywhere, because your audience isn't everywhere. So you decided these are the two spots I need to spend the most time on. If you've got some extra time, you can spend it on Twitter or Clubhouse, which is a hot thing now. But I will tell you, give you a warning, Clubhouse will, if you let it, it will consume you. You consume your time. So I've been learning how to cut back, because it's like I'm on Clubhouse, I'm not getting anything done. Or I try to listen because it's audio only, which is why I love it. So you listen while you're performing other tasks or doing other business things. So you have to watch your time. That's a very important part of this. So say for brand awareness, you might want to say your follower count. That's something that concerns you. It's one of the lower end of engagement, but people are still concerned with their follower count. Reach. Here's another one. How many people have you reached every day, every week, every month? Now, reach is in your analytics on Facebook and Instagram, and it will say reach. So you have to go into your analytics. We talked about that before, how to find it on Instagram. You go to your profile, and there's a link at the top. I believe it says professional dashboard or something dashboard. That takes you in.
Oh, okay.
To see reach. So another thing you might want to, set a goal for brand awareness is mentions, shares, retweets, saves, any of those little things that say they're following you, they're reading your posts, and they're tagging you, they're mentioning you, they're commenting, those kind of things. So those are some of the metrics. And metrics are just the little numbers or the little guidelines that are in each app that says you're doing this or you're doing that. But I will say, personally, follower count is one of the ones that I really do not pay attention to. I mean, you pay attention to it because, you want to say, well, I have so many people on Twitter. I have so many people on Instagram. But that really, and we had a discussion about this on Twitter, that your number count is not your customers. It's your audience. And and then you refine your strategy to reach that audience and then pull out the targeted people that you want that's going to buy what you're selling or your products or your services. So really, follower count is just, okay, I have this many people. You might want to increase that, but remember, those aren't automatically your customers, your clients. Those are just people that you've reached and you pulled into your circle, and then you have to do more work in order to turn them into a customer client.
Okay? I see. Now we have Cheryl, and we haven't seen Al over here in a while. Al Tiglio.
Oh, hey, Al.
Yeah. Yes, so we have Cheryl.
Yeah, what's been up?
Haven't seen you in a while.
Right. So, I mean, one of the goals you might say is I want to increase my brand awareness. Another one is you want to, of course, generate leads. That leads means that's the next step after having an audience, is that the audience is the pool that you fish in to get clients and customers for your business. So you might be into generating leads and sales. That might be the goal. And then you have some metrics to set for that. Some of the things that you want to watch.
Oh, he's telling me how to pronounce his last name. Alfred Tigolo. Okay.
Tigolo.
Okay. Good morning.
Okay, so another one might be increasing community engagement, because you might want to start building a community, and then you might want to use that pool, that audience, to say, well, my customers, my clients are going to come from there. Right? Another one, if you've got a website, is increasing web traffic. You might want to drive traffic to your website. Again, that's another set of metrics that you need to look at and set a goal and say, well, how many visitors do I want a day, a month, a week, a month? You can set those things, because when you have a website, you have Google Analytics, I hope, set up, and you can see that information in Google Analytics. Okay, those are just some of the main ones, some of the main goals that you might want to set and say, this is what I want from social media. This is what I want when I'm spending my time online. I've got a website. I want this many, I want this number of visitors. I want this much traffic. But you set those goals, but they have to be SMART, which is what I'm saying, that acronym that I said before, which was, let me scroll through my numerous notes, because I had tons of notes: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time sensitive. Now, you don't have to remember all of that. Just know that why do you want to be on, what are the results you want, and what do you have to pay attention to? What metrics? Is it follower count? Is it comments? Is it the number of people that are following you on Facebook and Instagram, and then they follow you over to YouTube? Or is it, on YouTube, do you want this many people to watch your video? So all of those things you're going to set, because you already know that you are focusing on not all of social media, just the platforms where your audience is hanging out. Okay? Any questions about that?
I think we got it. I don't see any questions over here in the comments. Wait a minute. I've got one comment. Let me make sure.
Okay.
No, that's Tachi saying hi to Pat. Patricia Washington has signed in. She makes the Great Bath Experience.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
So I am in
Good.
here in your banners, and I'm looking for.
But those are some of the things that
Mhm.
you need to focus on. I'm not one for being strict with goals. That's just me personally. I just know an idea of what I want and what I want to see. And when I go to Instagram, what do I want to see? When I go to Facebook on my page, what do I want to see? I mean, and I'm
Yes.
not looking at the numbers, I'm looking at other metrics of engagement, but that's my choice. So you have to decide, is follow count important to you? Then look at that. If mentions or comments, or with Instagram, there's a feature called save, where you can save a post to come back later. And also remember, Instagram has a whole bunch of places where you put content. So you might want to say, well, I want this many people to watch my stories, or I want to watch I want to have this number when people are watching my reels when I'm on Instagram Live. There's so many things to set for Instagram. So
Wow.
you decide what do you want to see? What are you tracking? Is basically
Mhm.
what this is. What are you tracking when you're online? And what are you looking for when you do a post, or when you do a live, or any kind of engagement or content that you're putting online? You decide that, and there's tons to choose from. So that's what I'm saying. You have to sit down and say, well, and you could just simply write on Instagram, when I go live, I want this many people. Today I have 10 people. In a week or two, say 2 weeks, I might want to have 20 or up.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to decide what you want to do that. That means do more Instagram lives. Or you'll have to say, before you do an Instagram live, you have to go to Facebook and say, I'm going to do an Instagram live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Please come over there. So see,
Mm.
you have to direct traffic. You have to tell people. You can't just do a live and say, okay, people are just going to show up. And like before we do the Biz Chicks, we do posts on
Mm-hmm.
Twitter, on Facebook. We say, come here. You can do something on Instagram saying, hey, we're doing a discussion on this topic Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Come on over. And I'm real bad with that, because I'm like, I did it a couple times on Instagram, my stories.
Uh-huh.
And it's just, you have to plan it out, because you'll forget. Because you got to direct, it's like directing traffic. Say, I'm doing a live at a certain time, but I want people to be there. So you got to let them know. Everybody's not sitting around waiting for you. Well, I think Terry's going live at 11. I have to tell them.
Yes.
Right. So those are one of the goals that I got to work on.
I hear you. Something, I think we all have different things that we can always improve on something, guys.
Yes. Nobody's
Don't
perfect.
beat yourself up if you're not everywhere, every moment, doing
And
everything.
you're not
that we
supposed to be. You're
suggest.
not supposed to be everywhere. I'm just saying that platform that you decided, and I said earlier, for
Yeah.
example, Facebook and Instagram. So those two, you worry about. The others, if you got time to post something on Twitter saying, hey, I'm going live, or if you could set up something that automatically sends to Twitter that you are going, because one of the things I think I have set for the 11:30 show is that it goes to Twitch, and Twitch sends out a tweet. So I don't have to do that.
Oh, nice. Okay.
See? So that's the beauty of StreamYard, again, doing the multi-streaming. So again, you have to set up the tool that well, I need this to go out automatically because I'm doing a live stream at Tuesday at 11. So you set those things. And there's some things you do manually. Like with Facebook groups, I will send out a manual. I mean, I could schedule that. That could be scheduled. But I just prefer to do it manually. But that's something I should set up scheduled so I don't have to worry about it. So see, and it doesn't get missed. You don't miss it because it's scheduled. So those things, I say, with automation, I love the fact that you can do those things automated, but I don't want you to just have posts going out just like, that conveyor belt with Lucy and the chocolates. And that's something may happen during the day. Something may happen, that unforeseen circumstance, something happens, and then the news is all about something sad, and you're sending out funny joke meme things, and people will get upset with you. I mean, it's a small thing, but it's something we need to watch out for.
And it does affect how people feel, because you come off as being insensitive.
Yes. So that's why I'm not a fan of automated posts, but I am a fan of automated. I'm going live. I mean, if you're doing a live at a certain time every day during the week, that's going to happen unless something happens at the last minute, and then you can pull the plug on all the automated posts that you got going out to tell people to go to the live. So those are some of the things you have to look at.
Okay. And now Yolanda's in the house. She says hi. She says, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Yolanda
on the live side. She's not in the clubhouse side. That is surprising. I was gonna say shocking, but that's surprising.
For those of you,
I love it.
For those of you who are not on the Clubhouse side and need an invitation to Clubhouse, direct message us and we will see that you get an invitation to come on over from Biz Chicks into Biz Chicks on the Clubhouse and over onto TJ's broadcast. Terry Johnson online everywhere. Meanwhile, we want you to know that Terry says we need some SMART goals.
Okay, so we are going to continue this conversation, and I put the link in. You can go to terryjohnsononline.live. That's going to take you to where we are, or you can just simply type in Terry Johnson Online wherever you are, Facebook or Twitter or wherever you are. You'll find it.
And we'll be continuing that conversation. Also, to continue the conversation in the Clubhouse. And meanwhile, she says, hey, Jerry, how you doing, Yolanda? She said, Yolanda says she's listening over there on the Clubhouse.
Oh, see, now I see her. She's popped up over there. So good. Yeah. Good.
There you go. So, guys, hit that link or copy it, put it in your browser, and continue this conversation with TJ Online everywhere. And in the meantime, we want you to remember that tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll be here with Coach Karen on BizChicks.live. We'll also be here Thursday with Robin Shimizu and friends. And Friday, we'll be talking tech and English with the Biz Chicks.
My goodness.
All right, just a moment.
It's okay. Ooh. Yeah, so Biz Chicks is on every day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern. So you know where to find us.
You know what to do. So with that, we want to remind you to go to the front of your own line. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Meanwhile, go follow Terry. Okay. All right. We'll see you there. Bye-bye.